public defender is an attorney employed by the community and responsible for giving legal aid without cost to any person who seeks it and is financially unable to employ private counsel. It is his duty to defend those accused of crime until the issue is decided in the court of law. The first public defender's office in the United States was opened in January 1913. Over the years, other offices were opened. And today, that handful has grown to a network of lawyers cooperating to protect the rights of our clients. This case is about a man not so young in years who found love, but almost lost his conscience.
You did call the cops. I told you I didn't want to go through with it. What do we do now? Same plans. We'll ditch him and meet the boys. Let's go. Open the door. Okay, get going.
Mike Polachek who called the station, huh?
I didn't call anybody.
You sure you know what you're talking about, Polachek? The desk sergeant said...
Look, I told you I didn't call anybody.
Maybe you'd better tell the lieutenant about it.
Doesn't make sense. A man calling himself Mike Polachek calls the police at 11:30 that night and asks for help.
Wasn't me.
I find it hard to believe you. I don't get it. I've checked with the Trucking Association. You're their idea of a professional driver, alert, safe, no police record, good, solid citizen. The police know that you're involved in this hijacking. But you couldn't have made off with that whole load of coffee all by yourself. Now, what are you hiding? Who are you protecting? Why did you call the police in the first place?
I told you I didn't call anybody.
Now, Mike, I'm your lawyer. I believe that you're withholding evidence that could get you out of this mess.
I don't want your help. Just leave me alone.
Okay. They say that silence is golden. But is it worth spending 5 years in jail? Think it over, Mike. Oh, hello, Lieutenant.
Mr. Matthews, did you get Polachek to talk?
No, why?
Well, the captain thinks there's something phony, too. He's assigned me to look further into the case.
Welcome aboard, Riley. Got any angles?
A few. I'll be around.
Trying to shortchange me, Elsie?
McNary?
Yeah, that's me. Who are you?
The name's Matthews. I'm defending Mike Polachek. Or trying to.
Oh. How'd you know who I was?
Well, they told me down at your company that you like hotcakes.
Yeah, they call me Pancake McNary.
I understand that Mike used to live with you and your wife.
That's right. For almost 8 years. He moved out a couple of weeks ago.
Argument?
Sort of.
Anything that might have something to do with his hijacking a company truck?
Look, mister, maybe we had a fight. Maybe Mike ain't calling me a friend of his anymore. But Mike ain't the kind of a guy to steal anything.
He refuses to give me any information that might help him. I thought possibly you might have something.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Mike sure changed after he met that dame. Who? Thelma Richards.
Changed in what way?
I remember the day he met her. When he came home, he was moon-eyed and grinning like a high school kid.
Who is she?
Oh, she's wonderful. Pretty, blonde. How did you know?
You're wearing it all over your face.
No kidding. The old buck is thinking of settling down.
Oh, go on. I just met her. We're going out tomorrow night for the first time. Say, Annie, I was thinking of taking your advice about getting some new clothes. You know, the stores are open tonight, so if you're not busy...
Well, what do you need her for? I'm the fashion plate around here.
Don't listen to him. You'll be wearing green with purple stripes.
I'll go change my clothes.
Did you meet her?
Well, sure, we all went out together a couple of times.
What did you think of her?
Oh, we liked her okay. But it was really because Mike liked her. Annie and me felt, oh, I don't know, like she was sort of stuck up.
How do you mean?
Oh, it's nothing she said or did. It's the way we felt. They practically went steady from that date on. On her birthday, we gave her a little surprise party.
Oh, that's great. 2 left feet I'll never learn to
You're
stand.
just modest. In a couple of weeks, you'll be doing the mambo. Then we'll go down to the Carlton House and show off.
The Carlton House? It's way above our heads, ain't it, Annie?
The closest I ever got was passing it on a bus. Well, come on, everybody. Come and get it.
Oh, I'm about ready, too.
I'll get the potatoes.
Don't be too long.
Okay.
There we are.
Mmm, they look delicious.
Oh, he's a great cook.
Yeah, you ought to taste my flapjack.
Barbecued? Happy birthday, Thelma. Come on, open it.
Mike, a fur coat.
Come on, let's try it on.
Mike, you shouldn't. Must have cost a fortune.
How do you like it, Annie?
It's very nice.
Yeah, it must have cost a fortune.
Oh, I've just got to see it. Where's the mirror, Mike?
Come on, I'll show you.
He must be crazy. That coat must have cost $1,500 if it cost a cent. Maybe it was none of my business. But Mike was a pal of mine. I wanted to know the score. I waited till he got home that night. It was kind of late.
Well, I thought you'd be asleep.
I wasn't very tired.
That was a wonderful party. You know, Thelma said it's probably one of the best parties she's ever been to.
Yeah, I'll bet it was.
Did you have a good time, Tom?
Oh, sure, everything was great. Everything but the coat. Coat? It took you years to save the dough you must have paid for that fur.
Well, Tom, that's what money's for, to spend and enjoy. Besides, it was worth every cent just to see the look on Thelma's face when she saw it.
She gonna marry you?
Hope so. I think so.
How do you know?
Something kind of funny, Tom.
Maybe it's because you're acting like a sucker.
Are you talking about Thelma?
Look, Mike, giving a girl presents is okay. A box of candy, pair of gloves, flowers. That's what the usual guy gives the usual girl when he goes out with her. But when she met you, she hit the jackpot. A bracelet, then a wristwatch, and now that coat.
Look, I love her. I want to give her everything. I'll admit she's pretty. But what kind of a girl would accept those things unless she was going to marry you? Well, I'll tell you the kind that kiss and run. Take everything they can get. You're talking about Thelma. Types don't change, Mike. Just the faces. They're still bums.
Maybe I was mistaken. Maybe I shouldn't have shot off my mouth. That's the way I figured it. He moved out the next day.
Anything else you can remember?
No. He's no crook, Mr. Matthews. He's a friend of mine. Help him, will you?
I'll try. Thanks. The Polachek case was baffling. I'd gotten a lot of information, but none of it seemed to dovetail.
Hey, you look worried.
The word is frustrated.
I got medicine for that.
Who's our visitor?
An undesirable character calls himself Steve Edwards. Sit down. Any other aliases? He's very uncommunicated. He was picked up at Zeta Market's warehouse trying to sell some coffee. A lot of coffee. Turns out the coffee came from Polachek's truck.
Have Mike Polachek brought down. As soon as possible, please. I think you brought the right medicine, Lieutenant. I say you recognize Edwards, Mike.
I met him before.
He was caught trying to sell the stuff from your truck, Mike.
He was arrested?
That's right, Polachek. And a few of his helpmates are being booked right now.
Will he go to jail?
Well, maybe not in this state right away. There are a couple of prisons in Missouri and Ohio who have prior claim on him. But I think Mr. Edwards will be put away for quite a while.
On your feet. All right, take him away, Bill.
Sit down, Mike.
Are you telling me the truth? He'll be in jail?
It's true. You want to talk now, Mike?
And she's safe. He'll be in jail. Can't hurt her.
When did you first meet this Edwards?
About a month, or maybe 6 weeks ago.
Did Thelma introduce you to him?
Selma wouldn't know his kind. No, I met him after one of my stopovers at Grady's Diner. He was standing by my truck. I didn't pay any attention to him.
Carrying a big load there, huh?
Well, biggest in the line. Drive it 5 days a week.
What do you carry?
Oh, all sorts of things, mostly groceries. Been hauling coffee the last week.
Coffee?
Yeah.
That's like diamond.
Sure is.
I'll bet this rig can carry $10,000 or $20,000 worth, huh?
Maybe more than that.
The driver can make himself a lot of dough.
I do all right.
I mean real dough. $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. How? By losing the rig. Huh? Well, you know, for instance, you're in having a cup of coffee and you don't hear somebody else driving away.
You ain't making me a deal, are you?
Who, me? No. No, but I got a friend who might, though. That is, if you're interested in a little extra money.
Move on, Chiseler, before I tear you apart.
Okay. I'll be around.
Well, you had me worried. Door was open. You weren't here.
Sorry, darling. Had to mail a letter.
Oh. Hey, look what I got. 2 best seats in the theater.
Think you better go without me.
What's the matter, honey? Don't you feel well?
I'm all right. Just tired, I guess.
Tell Mike.
You're sweet. But this is something I don't think you can do anything about.
Tell me and see.
I just wrote a letter to my father. I told him I told him I was coming home by the end of the week.
Leaving? But why?
My father's in trouble. He's had his little bookstore for more than 30 years. Things haven't been going so well, and he owes a lot of money. He has to raise $5,000 or he's going to lose the store.
What can you do?
I can get married. There's a lawyer back home. He's rich. He can make it easy for Dad.
Honey, you can't do that. Well, we're going to be... Oh, look, we can work it out.
Darling, I can't tell you how much I want to stay with you. But I've got to do something. Dad called me this afternoon. He's miserable.
Don't jump off and do crazy things. I can work something out. Promise me you'll wait a couple of days.
I won't let you do it, Mike. You've been so kind. It's too much to ask of you. This is my problem.
It's mine, too. I love you. I'll get the money somehow.
In the next couple of days, Mike tried to borrow that money. It was next to impossible. Mike's fat bank account was gone. He was making payments on a fur coat.
Hello, honey. I just stopped by on the way to the yard.
It's nice to see you, Mike.
What's this? What are you doing?
I've been packing. I've got reservations on the train back tonight.
No, you can't.
I'm sorry, Mike. I can't wait any longer. There was another letter from Dad this morning. I've got to think of him.
I had a talk with the boss. He said maybe he could lend me part of it, $1,000.
It's not nearly enough. 5 is the least. Please, darling. I'm going home. Don't make it hard for me.
I won't let you go. You've got to stay here with me.
I can't. I can't. What am I going to do?
I'll get the money. I swear I will.
Mike was resolved to keep that promise, and there was only one place where he could get that $5,000.
All set, Mike? Yeah, I guess so. Now, look, it's very simple. You're in having dinner and the truck disappears. You give us 20 minutes, then you go to the phone and call the police and report it.
I don't know. You sure it'll be all right?
Sure, I'm sure. What's the matter? You getting chicken? You're either in or you ain't. Make up your mind.
I'm in.
Good. What time will you get the load to the diner tonight?
About 11:30.
Fine, I'll meet you there with the money.
For the first time in Mike's life, he was doing something dishonest, and he despised himself. But Mike knew it was either get that money or lose the only woman he ever really loved.
Hi, Mike. Everything's arranged. Joe here can take care of that big baby fine.
Well, I was just thinking, maybe we ought to put it off.
Huh?
Might not be worth your while to take it tonight.
Why not?
Well, I thought it was going to be a full load, but it's only half.
That's a lie, Polachek. One of the boys is watching the loading. You're carrying capacity. What are you trying to pull on us?
I don't like it, this whole deal, and I'm not going through with it.
What are you talking about? It's all set. You're getting $5 grand.
No.
Well, now, maybe I can get you 6. You said your girl needs the dough bad.
Yeah, I know.
Well, come on. Come on in and talk it over with a cup of coffee, huh?
Hello, police.
Look, my name's Mike Polachek. Young. I drive for the Acme Trucking Company. I made a deal with a guy to hijack my truck, and I want to get out of it tonight. Yeah, you heard me. I want to get out of it, but I'm going to have trouble. Yeah, you got to stop it. I'm at Grady's Diner on M Street. Yeah. Are you sure you feel all right, honey? I was kind of worried. Yeah, well, as long as you're okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. I thought maybe you were calling somebody else.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe I'm talking about your backing out. I'm no crook. I worked for this outfit for a long time, and
Nobody suspects you. You're drinking coffee and somebody steals your truck. It's simple.
Won't work. Anybody'd know I was lying. I know the sound of that motor. I know it was running. Look, I don't have to apologize to you. I changed my mind, you understand?
Drop your hands. Go straight through that door right over to the truck, you hear? And don't start anything because I'll be too close to you to miss. Get going.
I can hear you. Well, listen, and listen good. I don't care if the police pin this rap on you. But if you rat out on me to the cops, your girlfriend Thelma isn't going to live very long, understand? Don't hurt her. I won't tap. Just don't hurt her.
Okay, remember. That's why I couldn't talk.
You understand, don't you? She loves me. We're going to be married. I just didn't want him to hurt her.
And now?
Now she's safe. You'll be in jail. She's safe. Thelma. What are you bringing Thelma here for? She doesn't belong in a place like this.
You got a few wrong ideas about Thelma. She's been mugged and fingerprinted in 3 states.
I don't believe that. Not Thelma. He's lying, isn't he?
I'm sorry, Mike. But this is the woman you were trying to protect. The woman you'd go to prison for.
Oh, this is a mistake.
No, it's no mistake, Mike. She and Edwards have been working this racket for years. She's married to him.
Well, you're lying. That couldn't be. Thelma would... She would have told me.
Help me, Mike. Please help me. We'll be married. Get me a lawyer, a good lawyer.
Just a minute, Mike. Here's something you ought to see. And I think Thelma can find her own attorney and pay for him, too.
What are these?
Pawn tickets. Thelma liked to turn everything into cash.
Pawn tickets? What for?
Your presents. The watch, the fur coat.
Tom was right. You're no good. You belong in prison. Take her away. Take her away!
Thelma, Steve Edwards, and their whole mob were convicted and sentenced to terms up to 10 years in the penitentiary. In view of Mike's complete cooperation, the district attorney moved for dismissal of the charges against him in the interest of justice. Mike is back with the Acme Trucking Company, and he's still the best driver they've got. And he's the McNary star boarder again. The case you have just seen was brought to a fair and just conclusion through the efforts of a public defender.